Good morning, students. Let's see the 13th group elements. On Monday you have exam on entire 13th group elements. So what are the topics we discussed in the previous videos, day 1, day 2, day 3, day 4 up to day 25, and recently there is 7 videos are there, and including this video and tomorrow video also. So entire unit 13th group, boron and its compounds, aluminum and its compounds, okay, back bonding concept, and Lewis acid, AlCl3, about entire unit. Okay, it's a very big unit. 25 bits are given, each one carries 4 marks. Okay, so total 100 marks. Okay. Goldsmith aluminothermate process, thermite or thermic process. Okay, so let's see. Aluminium belongs to 13th group, am I right? 13th group, its electronic configuration, atomic number of aluminum is 13, atomic number of aluminum 13, and its electronic configuration is 1s2, 2s2, 2p6, 3s2, 3p1. Okay, so 10 plus 3, 13 electrons are there. This is valency cell. Okay, so now aluminium easily lose 3 electrons. The electrons which are present in valency cell, so these 3 electrons easily lose by this aluminium, then aluminium become plus 3. Okay, so now aluminium plus 3 is highly positive. Aluminium is a highly positive, and one more important, aluminium is a powerful reducing agent. Aluminium can displaces the elements from their oxides which are less electropositive than aluminium. Aluminium has great affinity, that means great interaction, great capability. Aluminium has great affinity with oxygen and produce Al2O3 easily. Okay, in this process more heat energy is released. So these reactions is called exothermic reactions. It was discovered by Goldschmidt, it was discovered by this phenomena. Okay, so let's see about this point. You know very well about this. Now I would like to take one example here, that is chromium oxide, metallic oxide. Chromium is a metal with metallic oxide. With aluminium, it produces 2 moles of chromium and Al2O3. Al2O3. Here chromium is a metal, you know. It is oxide, chromium oxide. Okay, it is a powerful reducing agent, highly electropositive. So, positive nature of aluminium is greater than chromium. That is the first point. Aluminium has less positive than, more positive than remaining elements in oxide. Now, in this case, this aluminium can remove the chromium from oxygen. Then these oxygen interact with aluminium and it produces Al2O3. Aluminium has great affinity with oxygen. That means these aluminium react with oxygen and produce Al2O3, and aluminium remove the chromium from chromium oxide. Aluminium can displace the element in their oxides due to high positive nature than this element. Clear? Listen carefully, all of you. Aluminium has great electropositive nature, so it can displace the element from their oxide. Aluminium can displace the elements from their oxides which are less electropositive. This is less electropositive element, okay, than aluminium. Then aluminium has greater affinity with oxygen. These aluminium easily interact with oxygen and produce alumina. Okay, here chromium metal is separated from chromium oxide. Here we are getting chromium. So this is extraction of chromium from chromium oxide by using aluminium. Am I right? Here our aim is to get chromium. Okay, clear? So here some quantity of heat energy is released after the reaction. So it is exothermic reaction. Exothermic reaction. Heat energy is released. So this phenomena was discovered by Goldschmidt. Okay? This is called aluminothermic process. The aluminothermic process, very very important reaction. So during the reaction with aluminium, they produce heat energy. This phenomena is called as aluminothermic process and Goldschmidt aluminothermic process. Okay, clear ma? So now this formed metal, okay, formed metal chromium is protected by layer of fluid slag which consists Al2O3. That means here fluid slag means it consists some impurities also like silicon dioxide and Al2O3. So this formed from the oxidation. This chromium further does not interact with oxygen. We need this chromium from this reaction. Our aim is to produce this chromium. Okay. So if it is alone singly, it can easily interact with oxygen and again it converted as Cr2O3. Okay. So for that, here we should need to prevent the oxidation. That means interaction of chromium with oxygen. Okay. We prevent the oxygen by the help of Al2O3. That is called slag here, fluid slag like liquid. Okay. So this chromium further does not interact with oxygen. That means production of oxidation by the help of fluid slag. This is fluid slag here. Okay. Keep it in our mind. Clear ma? So in this reaction we extract chromium. So we need chromium. there may be chance to interaction with oxygen, chromium, so it undergoes Cr2O3 again. So we can prevent that oxidation phenomena. So we use here fluid slag Al2O3. Okay, keep it in our mind. So finally what we conclude here, in this reaction heat energy is released that was observed by Goldsmith. Okay. Goldsmith aluminothermic process has two applications. That means this concept we can able to use in two ways. Okay, that is, in one application is, first application is, in the first application there is two applications again. In that extraction of metals from the metal oxides. This is the first application, this is first one. So let us take some example here. I would like to take chromium trioxide, metal oxide. When treated with aluminium, what it gives clearly? It gives 2 moles of chromium and Al2O3, am I right? Here 2 aluminiums, 2. So here we extract the chromium from the oxide. Here heat energy is released. So exothermic reaction. Okay. So this is metal oxide, chromium oxide. Metal oxide. From metal oxide we get metal. Chromium is the metal. Okay. So and the second one, ferric oxide with aluminium, which gives 2 moles of iron, Al2O3 plus heat. Here we extract the iron. Extract means to get the metal, pure metal. Okay. And third one is Mn3O4 with aluminium. It gives manganese and Al2O3. This is the metal, and heat energy is released in this reaction. Okay, here we have 3 oxygens, keep 4, 4 3 is 12, here 4 oxygen, keep 3 here, 12, 3 3 is 9 manganese and 4 2 is 8 aluminiums. Okay, and the second one is extraction of non-metals from the non-metallic oxides. In the application 1 there is 2 applications furtherly, that is, for example, CO2, carbon dioxide, non-metallic oxide. Why? Because carbon is the non-metal, oxygen also non-metal, non-metallic oxide. When treated with aluminium, it gives Al2O3 and 3 moles of carbon and heat, exothermic reaction. Okay. So here balance this equation. Here 3 2 is 6 oxygens and 2 3 is 6, 2 2 is 4, and this is 4 oxygen, balanced equation. And here one more example for non-metallic oxide, silicon dioxide and 3 moles, 4 moles of aluminium and 2 moles of Al2O3 and 3 moles of silicon plus heat, Si. Okay, what it is? Si, silicon. Okay, clear ma? This is also exothermic reaction. And third example here, B2O3, boron is a non-metal, when treated with aluminium, it produces Al2O3 plus boron. Okay, so here how many borons here? 2 borons. Keep 2 here, 2 borons. Okay, non-metal. Boron is also non-metal. Here 2 aluminiums. Keep 2 here, and here 3 oxygen, 2 boron, 2 boron, 2 aluminium, 2 aluminium. Okay, so it is also exothermic reactions. So here what we observed finally, when the metallic and non-metallic oxide, which are less electropositive than aluminium, produce heat energy. Okay, by using this heat energy we can undergo welding process. Welding process. Let's see here. Thermite means metal oxide plus aluminium. Metal oxide means suppose Fe2O3 or Cr2O3 like this. With aluminium in presence of magnesium powder and barium peroxide. The formula of barium peroxide is BaO2. Peroxide oxygen carries -1 charge. Keep it in our mind. H2O2 hydrogen peroxide. What is the oxygen state of oxygen? -1. In peroxide, what is the oxidation state? -1 of oxygen here. Okay. So this magnesium powder and barium peroxide ignite these metal oxide and aluminium. By using this we can burn this material. So ignite by using this mixer. So by using this mixer we can ignite this material. It produce metal and Al2O3 and heat energy. So it is exothermic reaction. For example, this is called thermite. This mixture is called as thermite. It produces more heat energy. Example, Fe2O3 Al. This is thermite mixture. It is ignited in presence of magnesium powder and barium peroxide. It produces iron and Al2O3. Okay, clear? Okay. Okay students, that means in thermic process heat energy is released. Who discovered it? It is Goldsmith. Okay. Okay students, again we will meet on tomorrow. Have a nice day. Thank you very much. Simply you should remember, in this reaction heat energy is released. Okay. So now by using thermite process we go for welding. For join two metallic rod, we can go for welding phenomena. You know very well, iron welding. For that it need more energy to go for welding process. Okay. So by using this thermite process we go for welding. That we will discuss on tomorrow with a neat diagram. Okay. Thank you very much. You have to prepare up to day 7 videos also. Okay. Thank you very much.